Hello, beautiful souls. This is Mimi and Dear Divine Feminine. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about the Divine Masculine's pull. It's an energetic pull that you're going to feel. You're going to feel it inside you. It's very deep. You're going to feel like as if they're like you want to think about. Like it's not even think. It's like you feel them. You feel them. You feel love for them. You feel longing for them. You feel them. You feel their presence. If it's been a long time in separation, you suddenly remember how they moved in space, how they felt, how they sounded, and it's gonna take you by surprise sometimes, but it's gonna be very strong. It's gonna be very strong, and it's gonna be even trickier further down the line, because once you start to detox and actually start balancing the energy, then it'll be out of nowhere. It will be a song, it will be something, it will be a trigger. It will get you from, like, as if they're pulling you, like, from your where the what we call the hara, like, where harakiri comes from, like where your life force is. It's your tummy, it's your sacral, it's your root, it will just pull you. It will just pull you from there. So what happens when Divine Masculine pulls like that is you suddenly drop everything about detox, about like balancing and all of that, because it is too strong. It is too strong that you cannot actually resist it. But as you move further down the line, the road, you'll see that you become a master of this. But what if you're not there yet? What if you still feel it and it just feels like you want to drop everything and just sit in a dark room and feel that energy, be with your Divine Masculine in that 5D, in that whatever plane that is. And you just want to feel how dense it is, and it even feels nice because you feel so connected to them. Like maybe after not feeling that energy for a while, maybe after a period of void where you don't feel them even if you want to. So I want you to stay really strong there, because that's going to feel nice. That's going to feel really nice. That's going to feel really real. That's going to feel really passionate, nice, real, strong. So in those moments, I need you to remind yourself, you're not going to give in to that instant gratification. Okay? You're not going to give in to that very, very enchanting, like, as if you know the story of the sirens. Like, you're not gonna get mesmerized by that. You're gonna stay in your ground. You're gonna bring the energy, the focus back to you. You will concentrate. You will bring the energy back to. You will breathe into your chest, your heart space, and you're gonna bring all the energy, all the focus inside. You're gonna find yourself inside. You're gonna connect to that inner space. And you're going to stay there, you're going to breathe, and you're just going to intend to bring it back, and it will magically come back. So it'll be like the song of the Divine Masculine is like a very sweet chant that will enchant you, that will make you want to drop everything and just be there, like be in that space, be in that feeling that is so sweet, that is so dazzling, that is so feels like the very first day. But remember this journey is not about instant gratification, and every time you give into that instant gratification, you're delaying ultimate gratification. Here, ultimate gratification does not equal union, physical union, because I don't want you to put union on a pedestal. I don't want you to think that the purpose of the whole thing is union, because that will keep you in that toxic state of where you're still looking to be completed, where you're still looking for validation outside. No, the purpose of this journey is you becoming you unbecoming and meeting yourself at the deepest level. So whenever you dare think that this is all so that you can reunite with your Divine Masculine and, have this love story like it's depicted in some cheesy Facebook group where it's like twin flame love is this, that. No, it's not. I'm so sorry to say that, but you're going to thank me later. If you're in that stage where it triggers you, you can always come back. Come back whenever this resonates, but remember that there's a woman here who's telling you all this, and you can always come back to this, because this is the truth of the journey. It's not as sweet, it's not as, it's not as tacky, I might say, but this is the truth. The purpose is you. When you be fully you. And the paradox and the magic of this is that your twin is also you. So it's like a bonus, if you will, okay? But it's not the main thing. Who meets you when you're fully yourself? Your twin. Who is your soul? Your twin. So you can just rest assured that whenever you're actually aligning with yourself, you're aligning with your twin as well. Because it goes like this. You do the work, and automatically your twin has gone through like major shifts. It's unbelievable. It's magical. Don't try to understand it through the mind. And I see that there are many people who try to give it like almost like scientific explanations, like drawing everything, like putting it in terms, like, but not to put it down, but it's beyond the mind. Beyond the mind. Try to leave the mind out of this. It's not for the mind, it's for the soul, it's for the heart. So whenever you feel you're in the mind trying to understand like what's going on, when you feel that pull, you're trying to understand it through diagrams and terms and terminology, twin flame terminology, like spiritual terminology, you're going to be keeping yourself locked. But it's going to be even more tricky and dangerous, because then you're going to be thinking that you're actually freeing yourself, but actually you're just putting yourself in another cage. But let's go back to that pull. When Divine Masculine pulls, when you feel their pull, when you feel their call, that sweet call, that sweet song, bring it all back to you and trust that if they're truly your divine counterpart, trust that they're going nowhere. Like, once you don't respond to that call, it doesn't mean that you're letting them down. It doesn't mean that you're losing them. And I want to say something. When the separation is too long, it almost feels like, when you feel that call, it's like, let me have this one. Like, let me have this one. Like, I just want to stay here for a bit. I know it's not, I know it's not balancing. I know it's a bit, still feeding the toxic energy, but let me have this one. It's been so long I haven't felt them. I know, it's sweet. It will feel like that, but trust me, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. I want you to remember this. This is not a sprint, this is a marathon. And this is also not something you can see physical proof in a day. So it will be really frustrating, because you're doing all this work, you're going through hell, and you're just trying to keep focused, and it's almost like working at the gym. How you sweat and how there are like pains the first days, and how it just feels sometimes really hard, but every time you leave that gym, like after the shower, when you're walking fresh air again out of the gym, you feel like, oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm so glad I did this. You thank yourself for doing this. It's a bit like that. Don't give in. Remember, always bring the focus back to you. And I think it's enough for now. Now I have to talk about the tools that can help you with this, that you can work with me. So what you can do is you can sign up to my detox program. This will really help you. This will really help you at that stage where you're like really focused on the twin, where you're still maybe kind of functioning. Maybe the worst part is over, but there's still like this huge presence like on your shoulders. Like, you wait for them to do certain things. You close yourself off because they're like, you're still thinking like, what if they come back this June? what if they call me when I'm there? Like, so I shouldn't turn my phone off. Like, what if they do this? What if they do that? If they're okay, let me check their Facebook, let me check their Instagram, let me check if they're like blah, blah, blah. However it shows up in your world, because it's going to be different for each twin. Like, some of you have contact with your twin and it's very painful. It's in and out. Some of you don't get to see your twin, hear from your twin for a long time, and it gets really painful as well. So some of you are looking for validation outside. So some of you, your drug is having tarot readings, energy readings. Like, you need validation, you're seeking validation. You basically need someone to tell you that it's going to be okay, that it's going to be fine. For some others, it'll be like really revisiting the story, like obsessing over like what has actually happened in the 3D. Like, they did this, they said that, their friend was here, and it happened like this, like that. That is another drug, but that will still, you see how they all keep you in a certain loop. Like, so it's really important that you identify your own loop and that you break it. Yeah. So detox will help you do that, because detox program will help you like for 30 days to really get serious for all the leakages, for all the drugs and all of that. That will help you kick off the addiction. And another program I have, it's a course actually. It's a twin flame course. It's called the Twin Flames Guide to the Galaxy. Yes, I'm trying my best to find names, because I just remembered. For the detox program, it's called the Twin Flame Sobriety Society. I can't even pronounce it properly, but bear with me. See, there's always like a sparkle of creativity between the lines. So, because I really want you to commit to that. I really want you to see this as your magical journey. And I really want you to own it and walk this path with me as I share like experience, wisdom from my own journey and from many, many, many others. So yes, this journey is unique to you, but there are things that will really help you, that work for almost everyone, but always keeping that space of uniqueness to your journey. Like, that is your sacred space. But there are things tried and proven that will really help you. Like, detox is one of them. And in Twin Flame course, there are like many others. What is in the Twin Flame course? It's a video course. Like, it will talk you through, it will guide you through many aspects of the journey. Like, from dating other people to actually, what if there's, there's a third party? What if it's talking about the void, it's talking about the solitude on the journey, it's talking about how to handle friends and family, it's talking about how to balance masculine and feminine energies, it's talking about how, like, it's talking about all these things that will show up in the journey. It's talking about, the encounters we have, how to balance the energy. It's talking about all these like different aspects, and it's also giving you tools to how to navigate this journey, like how to balance the energy. It will give you day-to-day, like daily tips, like actually practical tips. It has meditations inside. So just one thing, you don't have to work with anyone, because this journey is like, now it's like the divine is with you. Yeah, so you don't have to work with anyone to get nowhere. But it is actually nice to have that space holder, to have that, like a guide, that, like a lighthouse that will guide you when it gets really dark, has that space holder. Maybe then you'll pass it on to someone else. Maybe then you'll become the light for others. But if you're here listening to this, that means like there's light for you here. So go check out my page, my webpage. It's www.deardivinefeminine.com. So yeah, there's the Twin Flame course that will really get in detail, and it will give you a lot of tips. It will be like a guiding light, like as if I'm holding your hand as we're walking the path, and then when you're ready, like you won't even need me. Yeah. And there's another program where we get one-on-one. Like I really get to know you, I work with you, and we figure your loop out together. Like whatever your poison is, whatever your drug is, whatever your loop is, we get into that together. Obviously I'm talking about coaching, so you can book a session. Like we can have a chemistry session, and then you could book like single sessions or like sessions of 3, 6, whatever. I don't remember that, but all the details are on my website. Again, www.deardivinefeminine.com. I suggest you go there, and if you feel guided to sign up for any of those, that's very good. And thank you for bearing with this, like this voice of mine that is cracking. And remember, nowadays, like the energy is very intense. The divine masculine is definitely, as a collective, pulling on that cord, that shared energetic field, that shared, that shared space. So you will feel them. You will feel them. That will be very, very appealing. That will be very enchanting. But remember, bring it back to you. And if you need help, go check out my website. And also on my YouTube, there's like many free videos where you can find actually like a lot of stuff. So I'm sending you a big hug and much love. And you got this. Beautiful soul, you got this. Trust yourself, trust your soul.